Saan ka man naroon, magkaramay tayo sa OFW Journeys with Charm!
Welcome to OFW Journeys, ang channel kung saan tayong mga ordinaryong OFW ang bida. For today's episode, I will give you some tips on how to handle your credit card wisely or manage your credit cards wisely. I'm not a financial advisor, but I will give you these tips based on my own experience. Kasi actually, I've seen the struggles of many friends, even really close relatives, when it comes to credit card debts. And kaya I know how easy it is to get into credit card debts and how difficult it is to get out of them. Kaya I want to share with you these tips so that we will be able to avoid getting deep into credit card debts. First, evaluate your financial situation. I believe the first step is to evaluate our current financial situation to know where we stand and how we got into this financial situation in the first place. It is great if we are in a good financial situation, but if not, the more that we need to evaluate our current situation, especially if we are down with credit card debts. So we should ask ourselves hard questions and let's answer them honestly. Questions like, is my income enough to cover my expenses? Negative ba lagi ang finances ko at the end of every month? Do I have the tendency to splurge on expensive stuff but unnecessary things? Diretsahang tanong tayo kasi sarili lang naman natin yung kausap natin, di ba? So we can be straightforward with ourselves. We can be straightforward and honest with ourselves. We will not be able to solve the problem if we do not address the root cause of the problem. Do we have this tendency to spend beyond our means? So where do we spend our money on? So those are the questions that we need to answer ourselves. Some of the questions, maybe you have more questions. Pero naniniwala kasi ako na lahat tayo may hugot sa buhay na pwedeng nakakaapekto sa spending habits natin. Like for example, for moms like me, for parents, maybe gusto natin bilhin yung mga bagay-bagay para sa mga anak natin. We want to give them the best in the world even though we don't have the means. We don't have enough resources to provide them those things. Kaya kahit utang, sige, bigay lang natin sa anak natin. Party. Kasi syempre pag birthday, kailangan i-celebrate kahit credit. Basta, bigay natin yung best kasi hindi natin na-experience siguro yun ng bata tayo. So, ayaw natin na ma-deprive yung mga anak natin. But, so yun, that's one situation, isang hugot. So, whatever it may be, we need to be aware kung saan tayo nanggagaling. We need to be aware of our tendencies and where they are coming from for us to be able to control these tendencies. Number 2, cash is king. Yung statement na yan, madalas ko yan naririnig ngayon sa mga financial experts, mga financial advisors, especially ngayon when there is an impending recession. So, as advised by some financial experts, merong iba sabi, we are already in a recession, US and Europe. May iba naman nagsasabi, we will be in a deep recession soon. So, ngayong mga panahon na to, marami nagsasabi yun nga na mahalaga na liquid tayo or meron tayong readily available na cash if ever recession hits us. So that we will be able to survive. Siyempre, pag meron tayong cash, makakasurvive tayo through the recession and it will also give us the chance to take advantage of the opportunities that may come pag mga gantong panahon. This is on the investment side of things. Pero, pwede rin nating gamitin yung statement na cash is king when it comes to managing your credit cards wisely. So, may mga napapanood akong videos about managing your finances and your credit cards wherein ina-advise yung mga viewers na to use cash instead of credit cards. Pag cash yung ginagamit natin, mas controlled natin yung ating spending. So, we will not be able to spend beyond our means kung cash lagi yung ginagamit natin. Siyempre, no cash, no purchase, di ba? At manghihinayang din tayong gastusin yung cash natin. Mas mahirap pakawalan yung cash kaysa yung kaskas lang tayo ng kaskas. Tapos pagdating ng end of the month, hindi natin ramdam na ang dami na pala natin nakaskas. Marirealize na lang natin at the end of the month na yun, ang sakit na ng bulsa natin. And yung sakit ng bulsa mag-e-extend na yan sa sakit ng damdamin. Na bakit natin to ginawa. And then, syempre, sakit ng ulo na. Kasi kailangan na natin planuhin paano gagawin, saan tayo kukuha ng pambayad, and all those things. So, yun yung advice ng iba, di ba, na only use cash to be able to control your expenses. Pero para sa akin naman, it's okay to use credit cards as long as you will be able to manage it well. So, this is where budgeting becomes really important. Every time we spend using our credit cards, we should set aside the same amount of cash from our bank account. So, save na natin yung equivalent cash. So, every time we spend our credit card on something, sulat natin yung expense na yun, itabi na natin yung cash. Kahit i-record lang natin sa bank account natin. And we should be aware how much cash na lang yung remaining. So, i-check natin yan every time we spend or use our credit card. So, pag wala ng cash equivalent, wag nang bumili kahit may balance pa yung credit card natin, di ba? Pag pigang-piga na talaga tayo, sobrang tipid na. Tapos puro necessary things lang naman yung binibili natin pero kulang pa rin. Then, let's try to avoid using our credit cards kung wala na tayong nakatabing cash pambayad. Kahit na kailangan pa. Kasi, mas mahihirapan pa rin tayo in the long run na magbayad. And may possibility na unti-unti rin tayong malubog sa utang. So, maybe the other way, kung nagawa na natin yung pagtitipid, hindi na mapiga, then let's try to find ways to generate additional income instead. So, sa mga upcoming videos natin, bibigyan ko kayo ng pagtitipid tips and how to generate more income. Number 3, the less credit cards we have, the better. So, I don't think it is necessary to have lots of credit cards kasi it will just encourage you to spend more of the money that you don't have yet. Maybe we can have 2 at the most just in case na ma-decline yung other credit card. Then you have another one, especially on emergency situations. Pero me personally, yun, if you watch my earlier video about budgeting, so I'll share this link so you can also watch it. Maybe it will also help you. I mentioned there that I only have 1 credit card with a supplementary card that my husband is using. So, very convenient din kasi sa amin yung ganong setup na may sarili ring hawak na credit card yung husband ko na pwede niyang gamitin to purchase things that he needs to purchase. Tapos, combined na yung lahat ng expenses sa isang credit card statement na lang na sa akin na pupunta and I'm able to manage. So, namomonitor ko lahat ng mga expenses namin. And kasi hindi ko naman pinapakailaman na yung salary ng husband ko. So, meron din siyang debit card in case he wants to purchase other things. Pero if he uses the credit card, lahat ng gastos doon na napupunta sa statement. Isang statement lang. So, mas convenient yun sa amin na supplementary card lang yung gamit niya. So, para sa akin, isang credit card lang is okay na. Kasi isang credit card nga lang mahirap na i-manage. One day mo lang makalimutan yung interest na bayaran siya. Lumampas ka lang ng isa, ang laking percentage na agad yung kailangan mong bayaran. Mas lalo pa pag minimum lang yung babayaran. So, for me, isa lang, okay na. And then, you have your debit card. kung saan nandun yung cash mo. So, pag hindi nag-work yung credit card, use the debit card na lang. So, number 4, always pay your credit cards in full. Kung sinunod nyo yung tip number 2, for sure meron kayong pambayad in full ng inyong credit card amount due by the end of the month. I will tell you, this is the most important tip na ibibigay ko sa inyo. Kasi I'm sure you wouldn't want to pay the interest sa credit cards kasi sobrang laki niya. Ngayon, ituturo ko sa inyo kung paano ikinakalculate yung interest rate sa credit card para mas maintindihan nyo and malaman nyo din kung gaano kalaki ba yung binabayaran yung interest against dun sa actual expense naman talaga na ginamit nyo. Kaya, ma-realize nyo na kailangan talagang mayaran ng credit cards in full. Majority ng binabayad natin, pag minimum amount na yung binabayad natin, majority yun, interest lang yung binabayaran natin. And konti lang siguro nung primary or yung actual expense. Pag mas lumaki pa ng mas lumaki, tas minimum lang tayo ng minimum, mas lalong paliit ng paliit and wala na. Puro ano na lang talaga, interest na lang nababayaran natin. And sobrang tagal bago natin mako-close yung ating or mababayaran yung debt natin, credit card debts. Kaya as much as possible, wag minimum lang. Kung pwede, kayanin natin kahit at least half man lang ng total credit card amount due. Then, taasan na lang ulit natin. Kung kaya natin i-full natin and i-maintain na natin ng ganun. Pag naumpisahan na natin bayaran in full. Para hindi tayo mag-accumulate ng charges. Kasi sayang naman, ang dami pang pwedeng paggamitan nung pera na yun na binayad lang natin sa interest. So, yon, recap natin. Number 1, evaluate our financial situation. Number 2, cash is king. Number 3, the less credit cards, the better. Number 4, most important one, pay your credit cards in full every month. And number 5, start managing your credit cards wisely now. Start now. Huwag natin baliwalain ang credit card debts. Kasi marami sa atin ang may gantong problema sa Pilipinas man or dito abroad. So, huwag na nating antayin na lumala pa yung problema natin bago natin siya bigyan ng pansin. Kasi, mas mahihirapan tayo. So, ngayon pa lang, pag hindi tayo nakabayad in full, evaluate na natin bakit, anong gagawin natin para mabayaran in full. Katulad nga na sinasabi ng mga doktor, prevention is better than cure. Ganon din sa finances natin. Huwag nating antayin na umabot pa sa point na hindi na natin kaya at hinahabol na tayo ng mga debt collection agency or legal counsel bago pa tayo mag-umpisang kumilos. Hindi lang kasi financial health natin ang maaapektuhan sa ganitong situation. Diba pati mental health natin. And eventually, yung physical health din. Dahil yung stress na mararamdaman natin dahil sa lahat ng mga tumatawag, paano i-manage yung bayarin and all, it will stress us out and will affect our health din. So, I hope this 5 tips is able to help you and sana you'll be able to manage your credit cards wisely. So, thank you for taking the time to listen to this channel and I hope magtsagaan nyo ako every week na panoorin nyo yung mga content sa channel na to. I will give you more financial advices and tips based on my experience and experiences din ng mga ibang OFW na may invite ko dito sa channel to share their knowledge and experiences. So sana give me some love by liking and subscribing to this channel and sharing it to your friends. Till next week. Bye!